Hello to all of you. Myself, Dr. Monica Khetarpal. I am Associate Professor of Physics in Government Dungar College, Bikaner. Welcome to the enlightening session of MSc Previous Physics. In my lecture series, I am dealing with first paper, that is Classical Mechanics. Today, we will discuss about configuration space. Let us consider a single particle. We know that to describe the motion of this single particle, we need a set of three coordinates. If we are taking Cartesian coordinates, then we are in need of coordinates x, y, z. These three coordinates are needed to specify its position. That means the space for the description of this particle will be three-dimensional. So, for a single particle, the space must be three-dimensional. Now, I am taking two particles. In a two-particle system, to describe the motion, we are in need of three coordinate for one particle and similarly three coordinate for the other particle. So, to describe the motion of this system of two particles, we need 6 coordinates. This means that for the description of motion of two particles, we require 6-dimensional space. Whereas in first case, when there was a single particle, we need 3-dimensional. And for two particles, we need 6-dimensional space. Now, in this two-particle problem, I am reducing my system to one particle problem. So this one particle problem can be solved in a 6-dimensional space. Now I am generalizing this and now I am taking a system of n particles. In order to describe the system, for each particle, we require a set of 3 independent coordinates. That means this problem of n particles can be considered as a single particle system in 3n-dimensional space. Now this 3n-dimensional space is free from any constraint. Then this 3n-dimensional space is termed as configuration space. And the single particle which we are dealing is termed as system point. Students, we have already learned what are constraints. Constraints are the restrictions that are imposed on any system. Here we have taken a system which is free from any constraints. So my configuration space will be 3n-dimensional space. Now I will discuss a phase space. We know that Lagrangian equation of motion when there are n particles is described by d by dt del L by del Qj dot minus del L by del Qj equal to 0. Here J range from 1 to n. L is the Lagrangian of the system and Lagrangian means kinetic energy minus potential energy. Qj is generalized coordinate. Qj dot is the derivative of generalized coordinate. Derivative is with respect to time. Now, here we are also taking that my system is free from any constraint. So, as the system is free from constraint, if we have only one particle, then there will be 3 generalized coordinate and that will be x, y and z. Now my system is of n particles. So there will be 3n such equation of motion. And we can see that this expression is second order. So we have to deal with 3n equation of motion of second order, which is a very complicated process. Now, in order to simplify my problem, what I am doing, instead of these 3n second order differential equation, I am more convenient in solving 6n partial differential equation. That means we are moving our approach from Lagrangian to Hamiltonian approach. We have already derived partial differential equations that are canonical equations. This 6n dimensional space is termed as phase space. And in phase space, momenta is also regarded as coordinate. That means in this phase space, to describe a single particle, what will be these 6 coordinates? Out of these 6 coordinates, 3 will be position and the rest 3 will be momentum coordinates. So we have to take momentum and position at same footing. In Hamiltonian approach, momenta and coordinate are considered. That means this 6n dimensional space is formed by coordinates q1, q2 till q3n. Similarly, p1, p2 till p3n. So, when we are dealing with Lagrangian, we have only a system consisting of coordinate qj. Then in this case, we will be dealing with configuration space, and in Hamiltonian approach, where along with coordinate, we are also taking momenta, we will deal in phase space. This is the basic difference between these two, configuration and phase space. Now, I am switching over to the another important topic, that is Legendre transformation. Legendre transformation. This is a mathematical approach in which we change over from one set of variable to another set. For this purpose, initially I am taking a function f. This f is a function of two variables that are x and y. So f is a function of x, y. Now I am writing the differential of f in terms of partial. Since f depends on two variables, there will be two terms. df will be equal to partial derivative of f with respect to x dx plus partial derivative of f with respect to y dy. Now in this first term, I am substituting del f by del x to be u and del f by del y to be v. Now what I am doing, here f is a function of xy. I am changing my basis from xy to uy. These uy are also independent variable. And I am defining another function g. The relation between g and the old function is g is equal to f minus ux. F is the old function and g is my new function. So I can define my differential dg as df minus u dx minus x du. This I have defined from the definition of G. So I know my dg from the definition of G. I will define dg from its dependence. I am substituting the value of df. I have obtained df as u dx plus v dy. Putting the value of df, u dx plus v dy, these two terms remaining the same, u dx cancels out, dg equal v dy minus x du. This is the differential of G. Now I am finding the differential of G from its dependence. Since we have already stated that G depends on u and y. So expressing dg in terms of partial, we can express dg as del g upon del u du plus del g upon del y dy. Equation 3rd and equation 4 represents dg. Now I am comparing the coefficients of du and dy in both expressions. First of all, taking the coefficient of du. Here the coefficient of du in equation 3 is minus x and in equation 4 is del g upon del u. So on comparing the coefficients, I get x to be equal to minus del g upon del u. Similarly, comparing the coefficient of dy, I get v equal to del g upon del y. So we have changed our basis from f to g, where f was a function which depends on x and y, and g is a function which depends on u, y. This is termed as Legendre transformation. So with the help of equation 3, this is equation 3, we can transform from xy coordinate to uy coordinate using the relations u is equal to del f by del x and v is equal to del f by del y. So students, I hope you must have learned what is configuration space and what is phase space. Configuration space will be used in Lagrangian formulation and phase space will be used in Hamiltonian formulation. Thank you students for watching.